I remember when buying a pair of sneakers didn't feel like making a major financial decision. You walked into a store, found something you liked, tried them on, paid for them, and went home. Now I look at sneaker prices and think, when did shoes get this expensive? I'm not even talking about rare collectibles or some limited edition sneaker that people came outside for. I'm talking about regular everyday sneakers. The kind you wear to walk around, go to work, take the train, run errands, or just live your life. You start looking around and suddenly you're seeing $120, $150, $180, even $200 for a pair of sneakers. $200 for shoes. And somehow we've been conditioned to look at that like it's normal. That's what bothers me. Everything has slowly gotten more expensive until ridiculous prices barely shock us anymore. $100 sneaker used to sound expensive. Now you see something for $100 and almost think you found a bargain. That's crazy. Because sneakers aren't some luxury most people can simply eliminate from their lives. People need shoes. Kids need shoes. People working on their feet all day need comfortable shoes. People walking everywhere need decent shoes that aren't going to fall apart after 3 months. But the sneaker industry has turned something practical into this enormous status-driven business. There are collaborations, limited releases, celebrity endorsements, special colorways, retro editions, exclusive drops. And all of it creates this feeling that sneakers aren't just shoes anymore. They're collectibles, they're fashion statements, they're investments, they're pieces of culture. Fine. But sometimes I just need something to put on my feet. I don't need my sneakers to have a backstory. I don't need them to be part of a drop. I don't need an app telling me I wasn't selected for the privilege of spending $190. I need shoes. And what makes it worse is that sneaker prices are rising at the exact moment everything else feels expensive too. Rent is expensive. Groceries are expensive. Transportation is expensive. Eating out is expensive. Phone bills, insurance, utilities, everything takes another bite out of your paycheck. So that $160 pair of sneakers isn't happening in isolation. It's competing with groceries. It's competing with your electric bill. It's competing with your rent. It's competing with the money you're desperately trying to leave in your savings account. That's why people are getting frustrated with prices in general. It's not necessarily one individual purchase that breaks you. It's the accumulation of everything. $10 more here, $20 more there, another fee, another subscription, another price increase, another product that somehow became premium. Eventually, you start looking around for and wondering what regular working people are actually supposed to buy anymore. Even basic brands have shoes that can creep into prices that make me hesitate. And yes, you can shop sales. You can buy older models. You can go to outlet stores. You can buy cheaper brands. That's what more people are doing. But that's also the point. People are being forced to become bargain hunters for things that used to be ordinary purchases. We're waiting for sales, searching clearance sections, comparing 5 websites, using coupons, buying last year's model, trying discount stores, all because we don't want to spend nearly $200 putting something decent on our feet. And if you have children, multiply the problem. Kids grow. Their feet get bigger. Their shoes get destroyed. Then they need another pair. And another. And another. Imagine having 2 or 3 children asking for the sneakers everybody at school is wearing. Suddenly, you're looking at hundreds of dollars just for shoes. That's serious money for a working family. And I think this is part of a much bigger change happening in America. Ordinary things are starting to feel luxurious. Going out to eat feels luxurious. Going to a concert feels luxurious. Taking a vacation definitely feels luxurious. Even buying decent clothes can feel luxurious. Now we're getting to the point where a nice pair of sneakers feels like something you have to financially prepare for. And I'm tired of hearing that the solution is simply to make more money. At some point, we have to be allowed to ask whether things themselves have become too expensive. Because there's a difference between wanting something extravagant and wanting a decent pair of shoes. I'm not asking for diamond-covered sneakers. I'm trying to walk around without destroying my feet. And I know somebody will say, well, nobody is forcing you to buy expensive sneakers. That is true. I don't have to buy them. And increasingly, I will not. That's probably where this eventually goes. People start opting out. They stop caring about the logo. They stop chasing the newest release. They wear their old sneakers longer. They buy secondhand. They switch brands. They wait for clearance. They decide that looking fashionable isn't worth sacrificing another $150. Because when enough things become too expensive, people don't magically discover unlimited money. They change their behavior. And I think companies across America are eventually going to have to understand that. There's a limit. You can raise prices. You can create hype. You can call something premium. You can slap a celebrity's name on it. You can manufacture scarcity. But eventually, somebody looks at the price tag and says, no.